if you could go back in time and talk to the young version of you,
Me,
what advice would you give yourself?
go to school. Get all the education you can, but have a goal in mind of where you want to be and work towards that goal. You're not going nowhere nowadays without the education. And if you're going to be one thing, learn all you can about what you're going into. That's one of the most important things young people can do nowadays is go to school. Stay off the street. Ain't nothing out there. You'll meet it all later on in life. Don't do it while you're young. It'll mess everything up.
Oh.
I tell you, one thing I got to think about the other day is that, you had one child that was real sickly when it was little. You know what I'm talking about?
Who was that?
Sherry.
Yeah. She was in and out of the hospital a lot. But I don't know what it was, but she'd take like pneumonia, coughing and stuff like that. But old Dr. Graves finally got her on her feet. That was a good old doctor.
Is that why she didn't have hair till she's about 2?
Huh?
Is that why she didn't have any hair till she's about 2 years
He
old?
didn't grow.
Remember Mama talked about taping a bow to her head so everybody thinks it's a girl instead of a boy.
I got a picture of her and John in an album out there. She was about 4 at that time, and Johnny was 3 years older than her. But they were both of them just as white-headed as they could be, and they were sitting on the back of my pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, I don't know who took the picture, but somebody took the picture. They was sitting up on the truck.
And Peggy wasn't in that picture, was she?
Who?
Peggy.
That was one heck of a nice yard dog.
Mm-hmm.
Her name Peggy. And they'd go trick-or-treating and take her with them. She'd come back with a lollipop in her mouth. Remember that?
No, remember that's before my time. I remember all the stories and about how she would walk between them and the road.
Him. He'd try to get out in Del River. He'd try to get out the street and the dog would get in front of him and keep pushing him back in the yard.
I don't remember Peggy. I remember Kingfish and
Now that was a tough dog, but he got too mean. Lewis couldn't even play out in the yard with other kids. He'd knock kids down.
if I squealed, he attacked the nearest one. We had Kingfish and
Anybody
Sapphire.
put their hand on
She
Lewis, that
died.
dog would tackle him. He was half chow and half collie. You remember, he followed Jack and James. They were laying water lines for Mr. Cochran, irrigating. Mr. Cochran had a bulldog that tall, bad looking son of a gun. And they was over there one day, and here come that dog across the field. And there was some black guys over there said, "I bet that dog y'all will go home now." Jack said, "I lay you odds he won't." He said, "I bet you that dog ain't gonna run." That big old bulldog come down there and jumped on Kingfish, and Kingfish like killed him, chewed him all to pieces. And when the last time they saw that bulldog, he was headed toward Miss Cocker's house and Kingfish right on his rib. He run that dog all the way back home. That was one tough dog, but he was half chow and half collie. But he was. Jackie was go play with you one time. They grabbed you like he gonna hit you, and Kingfish jumped on his back. Remember? Just leaped on Jack's back.
And you were gonna spank me one night, and you had to whoop
Bit him
him.
in the hand. Lewis said, "Goodbye and good luck. I'm leaving." And I run out there and grabbed it, but spotted it, and that dog bit me in the hand.
And Mama went to whoop Johnny. He bit Mama in the butt. we get in trouble, we went outside.
I forgot who gave me them two puppies that we raised. One of them, the female died.
Yeah, she died. I remember her
Sapphire.
dying up under the back bedroom.
Sapphire.
Oh man. And I remember the stories about Uncle James whenever he was going to college about how he would do stuff, make bets about what he could do, and people didn't believe him. So he'd bet, make money. So one of them was take one of those old, you ever see the old 10-ounce Coca-Cola green bottles, the deposit bottles? Josh, you remember those? Have you
Vaguely.
ever seen them? He bet people he could break them with his hands, and he would get them to bet a lot of money on it, and he'd put on a pair of leather work gloves and take that bottle and twist and shatter the bottle.
He used to make a $10 bet. He wouldn't bet less than $10 because he said there's too much strain on him. Well, them boys in college, that he could go pick a bale of cotton up and tote it across the yard, come back and set it on the platform. Now these are 500-pound bales of cotton. You know what he'd do? He'd get him one of them hooks, walk up to that thing and slap that hook in there and turn it over his back, lean over, and walk across the yard with that 500-pound bale of cotton and bring it back and set it down on the platform. That was a stout man. He said the only fella he ever seen was stouter in his hands, and he wasn't at Henry. He said Henry could break your leg, just pinch it like that. I never had that. I had a pretty good grip, but not like that.
Same
Like
here.
they did. It came from my mom. When I was 16 years old, she told me something one time, and I didn't do it quick enough, and she reached and grabbed me by my arms on either side, lifted me up like, did you hear what I said? Yes, ma'am. She said that I'm 16 years old, and my mama picked me up like that.
And I was talking to Uncle James about that one time, and he said when he was in high school, and you think when he was in high school, what was he, over 6 foot and 220 pounds?
Yeah.
Said she did the same thing to him. Now, when he was in high school, she was in her 60s.
Yep.
And she'd pick him up and shake him like that.
That was one stout lady. Ooh. I wish I had I was stout enough. I just didn't let folks know how stout I was. Never let nobody know how strong you are or what you can do until you have to prove it. Let them think you're weak. It pays off. They don't want to hurt you so bad, see, and you got them. I was in the Army, I know, I went through hundreds of men. I used to wrestle heavyweights. Now, boxing, my arms are short. If you notice, my arms are shorter than most people's. A 34 is too long for me to come out like that. But on a bad day in the Army, they would take the mattresses off of the beds, and you'd make a wrestling mat to fall on. And them big fellas would want to wrestle me, because I was supposed to have been pretty good. Let them throw themselves. 9 out of 10 gonna do it anyway. Let them show how much strong they are. And then at the last second, flip them. That's all you have to do. And you on top, you lay on, you got a shoulder pin. It's easy to do. But wait till the last second to let them know how stout you are.